to DubyaCast. In the last Smiler's Car episode, we learned all about the setup and early attempts at getting the scene right from Mad World's special effects man, Danny Lee. Today, I thought we could continue that story. In this scene, the opening scene of the film, the mysterious Smiler is barreling down a steep and treacherous desert highway in his jet black Ford Fairlane. Milton Berle gets in the way, no surprise there, with his giant Chrysler Imperial and sends the Smilers sailing right out there over a rocky gorge. The Smiler later sends everyone on a massive chase and then dies, but that's another story. Today, as always, we'll be focusing on the actual crash. By the way, I'm starting to suspect that what Danny refers to as the picture car is not actually Milton Berle's car, but rather the camera car, so bear that in mind. And without further ado, here's Mad World special effects man Danny Lee.
We put together a third car. In the meantime, Stanley said, "We have the picture car and the radio control running alongside of each other before the accidents." So he said, "We will take the picture car out and fly the car over the cliff." And we did. But the picture car was interfering with the radio. Now, we let traffic coming up the hill through, and I was standing by the car. Everything off. All of a sudden, I see cars passing, and the wheels are turning on the radio control. And so that let me figure out something was wrong with the hillside or whatever. And I told Stanley. And so that was the reason for putting the picture car out of the picture. And it went over, and we did it twice, 2 cars. And the results, as you see in the picture, was fine. But that was my most trying thing in the picture.
And that's all for today. In this episode, you may have noticed that Danny said that 2 cars went sailing right out there. He later stated that only 1 take was used in the film. But in the film, we clearly see 3 cars, each landing in a completely different position than the others, and one even bearing a license plate that the others don't. Some online sources even state that more than 4 cars were used. More than 4 cars seems a dubious claim to me, and less than 3 would seem to be almost certainly incorrect. I suspect that Danny might have just forgotten the 3rd car, and that online sources stating that ridiculous amounts of cars were catapulted over the cliff have just had too many old fashions. In my very scientific personal opinion, I would say that 3 or perhaps 4 cars ended up upended on the hillside during filming. As for announcements, I have only one. I personally can't wait for the next episode of DubyaCast. I can tell you right now that it's gonna be pretty awesome. You see, we're gonna have sort of a special guest next week. A very special guest. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. 2, 5, 12. Be there or be square. Hold it, I'm not finished! Jeez! And thanks for watching DubyaCast! You can fade to the title now! Jeez!